All right, YouTube, this is 2 Cent back with my 2 cents on Echoes of Mana. We have our new units coming in. We have a new Duran and we have Escad. I'm not exactly sure to pronounce the name, but bear with me on that. They're dropping as well as a new event. We're going to get another 3-star unit for free and another memory gem for free in there. So let's take a look at some of these characters and see if I recommend polling for them. All right. So let's get in here. Well, look, we got some 100-day anniversary packs. If you're not a spender in this game, there's nothing in here that's going to make you want to spend. They did add some of the older released units to the standard banner on this ticket. So people like Keldrick and whatnot there. So if you're a spender and you're going to pick it up anyway, it doesn't really matter what I have to say about those. They did add another one of the 4-star Benevodon packs to the store as well, so if you're somebody who just picks that up, there is another one in there for you. Now let's look specifically at our units here. So we have our brand new Escad, is how I'm going to pronounce his name until you guys tell me different. So looking at his stats here, we've definitely got a strength-based unit with that 954 versus an intellect of 712. However, we would like to have a little bit of intellect. It would have been nicer if the base was a little higher, because he does have one of those recover HP on his special technique. It's just 15% of that intellect there. So it's going to be a little bit of a lifesteal, but it's not going to be anything you're going to write home about. But it is there for that little bit extra. He's got this kind of skill here. He reminds me of a Duran, of our base Duran with his kind of kit here, but it's got a little bit of a difference here. So we have this con break at minus 35%. That's kind of normal, and some physical damage. But then we also have his super armor here with 20% strength. Pretty normal. I don't think that's too great. Compared to some of the other ones we have out there. However, I think Duran is still a pretty decent unit to have, and we're going to get, with the support skill, 100% ST gauge up, and then he's going to have this, while HP is, at a certain level, some buffs here, up to 12% extra on his damage, if he's at full HP, and I think that's really nice. Granted, you're going to have to get some dupes to be able to get this unlocked. I'm pretty sure that's going to be on, on the 3rd dupe and on the 6th dupe when you're going to get this one. So it is nice. I do think I like this, and I think I like it better than Duran's passive. But it's going to be kind of a selfish unit here with just being a self buff. And overall, I think he's alright. I think he's okay. I think he's going to have a nice place in some auto farming kind of aspects. If you think you got someone who can kind of heal, and then you can have him go in there and he'll get a little bit of healing, be able to debuff the target and give himself some super armor and some additional damage. I think he'll out damage Duran. So kind of think of it like just a straight little bit of a power creep, just where Duran is besides the element change. So but with that, we actually get a new Duran, the Trusted Shield. And I'll tell you what, I actually kind of like this kit so far, looking at it. We got 844 on the strength there, 778 on the intellect. But this is kind of like the sumo, if you're gonna kind of relate to that. And I would say probably maybe just a little bit of an upgrade over sumo. His special technique actually gives him some extra HP restore amount, so that can kind of help him dish out some additional heals there. And then his healing is basically the exact same skill that sumo has. But what's nice is that his kind of super armor here, it actually gives all active allies an additional 300 con. So it's kind of like a nice little way of kind of helping to buff your other 2 units. So I do really like that. I think that's kind of nice. We have the 100% ST, which is great. And then we have a self-impaired on special technique wind damage up. So definitely meant to be used with a wind team. But it looks like this could definitely be used with Rise or even our new Escad here. So definitely some, I'm going to throw some of my gems at probably both of these units. I'm going to do at least their banner 1350 pull, and then their individual ones that come out later. I will probably pull on those, because I do think this is kind of be nice to have in general. So Let's take a look at this memory gem, the Finalizing Fate. This kind of looks kind of normal when we're looking, compared to the one we just got with Angela and Julius. When 50% or higher, you get a nice little buff to your strength here, and then if you're lower than 50%, you get an on-field recovery, which from HP. Really great. I love the curing card because of that kind of the skill here. But what also was super nice about the curing card was that it had a really good amount of luck on it. This card is not going to have luck. I keep saying card, it's a gem, but you're going to get the 820 HP and the 400 strength, and then just 200 on the intellect. So I can see where this card's going to be useful, and you can use it in your farming and whatnot, but I do not like it as much as I liked the intellect version one because of that lack of luck. I would take that 200 intellect instead of the 400 in place for 100 luck. So that's kind of where we're looking at on there. Let's do a quick little poll over here on the banner, see if I can get lucky today on that. I've built up a nice little bit of a gem since they've been kind of handing them out a little bit nicer. And I have been wanting to get a bow unit, but they seem to not be pushing any of those out. But one thing that we can kind of say is we got a double wind banner here, which typically means that we're, at the end of the month in August, we're going to have a wind-based Bravers Arise, but they normally make it 2 elements, so you're probably going to have wood be the other one, would be my guess. So if that's kind of where you have more of a hole in your team is on the wood units, I would wait. Probably next banner is where we're going to get some, at least one wood unit there. I think they kind of do a double, then 1-1, and then they kind of double up 2 old units. It's kind of what they've done so far, but we'll take a look. Looks like we're not going to get anything of real use here, so whatever. We will wait for those individual banners to come out, and we'll be back to try and give them a shot. Anyway, that's been my 2 cents.